That's not exactly, I don't know a better word for it, but yes, but
it's so hard to wrap your head around.
That's exactly the Steve I know. That's exactly the Steve is like you go into Publix. He's this, but he's a highly intelligent, there's absolutely no, and this is the other part that I want to stress with this, that it doesn't matter that they won't chase people, but it doesn't matter that they won't chase people, but him getting on a plane, it doesn't matter that they won't chase people, but it did not take a village for Steve. Steve was It did not take a village for Steve. Steve was an The part that I want to stress with this, that it doesn't matter that they won't chase people, but it did not take a village for Steve. Steve was an Please don't. I'm using a colloquial, I was about to use a colloquial term there's no magic there.
You never knew him to be an angry person.
If you're gonna call him crazy, if we were gonna call him crazy because he's an angry person, then you had better call everybody on the news from 4 o'clock to 12 o'clock at night a crazy person. Quirky. Here's the story. Here's how Steve is. I would go, when I was flying or whatever, if he was in town and I happened to be flying over, I'd stop in where, we'd go to the hotel and stay at the hotel for a couple days or something and sit under the cabana or something like that. But with Steve, it was like he'd spend, I'd get to partake of a bunch of thousands of dollars. But Steve would say, "Oh, can you go get me a sandwich?" Of course. Nice people in our apartments. He said, yeah, he had a quirky sense of humor. Well, what the hell is a quirky sense of humor? People watch movies where they butcher little kids. What the hell are you this is why everybody, and here's my diatribe for the day. This is what everybody's so scared about right now. If you're gonna call him crazy, that's the cost of being with Steve. Is that you would go get him a sandwich if you needed a sandwich. Because Steve didn't want to, this nonsense about how did he get the guns into the $100 bill and you hand it to the bell cap and they go, "Oh, Mr. Paddock, oh, hi. Oh, you got a couple bags today? Okay, we'll take those up." There's no magic there.
You never knew him to be an angry person.
That's the end of the day. Was he an angel? The story about our apartments that we have. The guy says, "Oh, and by the way," because there's just nothing there. You find me where someone I did dumb stuff when I was a teenager. Okay? I have no criminal record or any of that stuff because I'm smarter than the average bear. And I knew to hang out with people who were dumber than I was and who would get caught faster.
Chair, he's got a spinal condition that he believes that his brother's.
So I hung up and I saw that he'd killed a whole bunch of people. And I realized that being sick like me would make you want to kill a bunch of people. Or even shoot at them.
It's all about trying to find out the truth behind and what really happened in Las Vegas.
Jim Breslow interviewed Paddock on Friday. He's the host of the Hidden Truth Show, Las Vegas Shooter. It's a podcast investigating the massacre, and he's given part of that interview to Fox 11 to air exclusively for the very first time.
My feeling for other people. I care more about the people that were hurt.
Run! Get in the truck!
And what it's gotta be like to sit on the wrong end of a gun.
For months since the Las Vegas shooting, the worst in modern...
Now, the brother of the Las Vegas concert gunman has been arrested in North Hollywood. KCAL 9's Amy Johnson is live. She is in North Hollywood with more. And Amy, these are some pretty serious accusations.
They sure are, Sandra. We're talking about 59-year-old Bruce Douglas Paddock. He was arrested here at the Four Seasons Healthcare and Wellness Center this morning. That's that brown building there. He was arrested on charges of child pornography and sexual exploitation of a child. Now, Paddock, seen here, is the brother of the Las Vegas shooter, Stephen Paddock. Now, the investigation into Bruce Paddock began before the Las Vegas shooting. In fact, I spoke to a man who didn't want to go on camera, who said Bruce Paddock was actually bragging about his brother after the shooting rampage, announcing to people in the nursing and rehab facility that it was his brother and that he was glad he killed those people.
I think it's terrible. I really do think it's terrible. It's so horrible. Very horrible situation.
Now, Bruce Paddock is accused of having hundreds of images of child pornography.
Las Vegas mass shooter today pleaded not guilty to child porn charges. Bruce Paddock was in a wheelchair when he appeared in a downtown LA courtroom. He's being held on $60,000 bail. Prosecutors say he had hundreds of images of child pornography and was arrested Wednesday at an assisted living facility in North Hollywood. His brother, Steven, killed 58 people when he opened fire on an outdoor concert in Las Vegas earlier this month.
Revive him. And they're crying, they're panicking, people are screaming, they're behind a wall. The girls now are freaking out. Now one of them is starting to, she wants to call her dad and she doesn't want to run anymore, and it's time, we're running. And I just said to anyone who was behind me, run to the dark, run to the dark. And it's the darkest side over there where all that blackness is, and just run. Where all that blackness is, and just run. Not knowing that it's still just...
A security guard who helped police catch the Las Vegas gunman is not missing, as lots of reports have suggested. This is new in this hour. MGM International.
There's Stephen Paddock's murderer, by the way. You want to bet?
Reports that Mandalay Bay's parent company told the Las Vegas Review-Journal that Jesus Campos doesn't want media attention right now.
And I just felt that I had to. So I went to 3 different scenes. The first one was okay. The second one was worse. And by the time I got to the third one, there was just dead bodies. There was 6. And they were all young people. So there were so many people, just normal citizens, doctors, cops, paramedics, nurses, just off duty. Everyone was just communicating and working together. You got this person, you got this person, you got this person. It went bad because I'm a nurse and I just felt that I had to. So I went to 3 different scenes. The first one was okay. The second one was worse. And by the time I got to the third one, there was just dead bodies. There was 6. And they were all young people. So there were so many people, just normal citizens, doctors, cops, paramedics, nurses, just off duty. Everyone was just communicating and working together. You got this person, you got this person, you got this person. It was completely horrible, but it was absolutely amazing to see all the people come together. And every time there was a break, we ran. And I still wasn't even sure if it was actually bullets until